10 to 8. People who are referred to food banks could get financial advice as well as food parcels after new research suggests there's been an alarming increase in the number of people who are having to deal with money problems.
The Trussell Trust is the UK's largest food bank charity. It's going to launch a pilot scheme next month. Ben's been looking into it. Hiya.
Good morning to you both. Yes, thanks very much. Last year, that charity helped nearly 1 million people across the country. It's a big rise on the previous year. And this morning, it's launching that new scheme to offer financial help to people too. The group says those struggling with debt, and that's one of the main reasons that many people need their help in the first place. Well, Adrian Curtis is the Food Bank Network Director for the Trussell Trust. He's with me this morning. Adrian, welcome. We touched on it there, the fact that many people are in debt, and that's one of the reasons they need to come to you for food help. And is that why you're doing this?
Yeah, one of the main reasons people are referred to food banks is along with issues with welfare payments and losing a job and sudden changes to their circumstances is debt. And many people who are struggling, in fact, some recent research shows that 1 in 10 people admit to using a payday lender to make ends meet, and up to a quarter of families have struggled to the point where they've had to get into debt to be able to pay essential bills. And that difficulty of having to juggle bills and put food on the table forces many people to enter into debt. And so being able to offer some advice at the point of crisis when those people are referred to a Trussell Trust food bank has an incredible impact on that person and reduces the likelihood of them getting into a crisis again in the future.
Now, what sort of help can you give them? I mean, we talked there about debt, but is it also about other financial issues?
Well, our long-term plans is to offer more than just food in food banks. The clients who come to us have a variety of underlying reasons why they've entered into a crisis. And if we can begin to work with the many thousands of organisations that we partner with across the country who refer those people in crisis to us to be able to deal with the cause of the crisis, then it's going to reduce the likelihood of that family getting into difficulties in the future. And at the point that they're in a food bank, it takes a huge amount of courage for someone to step through into a food bank and admit that they're struggling. And at that point, if we can offer the help, there's a greater likelihood that that's going to help somebody.
Briefly for us, I just want to say, we've seen the economy pick up, we've seen the economy, doing much better, but it's still more people are coming through your doors. We saw that big increase in the number of people coming to you for help. Why is that continuing?
Many families are still struggling, and it's encouraging to see some green shoots in the economy and things beginning to improve. But last year, we saw a 163% increase in those who were referred to Trussell Trust food banks for some short-term assistance. And these are families in dire situations where they have to choose between putting food on the table and paying a bill. And although things are beginning to improve, it isn't improving for everybody. And for many families, the everyday reality is they're still just a few paychecks away, potentially from being into a crisis.
Yeah, worrying statistic. Adrian, thank you very much, Adrian Curtis there, and it really does highlight the importance of financial education and balancing the books at home.
Indeed. Ben, thank you.